Okay, what if I have a habit that I want to break? How do I now break
Very
habit
good.
that I don't like?
Very good. There are different protocols, but let me list a couple of them. One of them is called the replacement theory. The replacement theory says that if you try to give up a habit, it will rule your mind. But if you find a deeper habit, or if you find something deeper, the less significant will fall off.
If you try to give up a habit, it will rule your mind.
It will rule your mind. Okay. I will explain to you now. Okay. But let me repeat it again. If you try to give up a habit or give up a thing, it will rule your mind. But if you find something deeper, the less significant will fall off. Okay. Now, let me explain to you. Let me explain. For example, if you tell somebody that try to give up chocolate, the person is going to start thinking of, oh, how am I going to give up chocolate? So he's now going to spend more time thinking about chocolate. And listen to the next time I'm going to talk. Energy flows where attention goes.
Energy flows where attention goes.
So the more attention you are giving to a thing, the more energy you have for that thing. So when you tell somebody stay away from chocolate, or for the next, if you tell a person that for the next 3 days you're not going to eat food, the person is going to start thinking about food more than, because for the next 3 days I'm not going to eat food. How am I going to cope? I will die. Yeah. So guess what? If you didn't say that, the person would have been thinking about his normal duties in life. I have to do this. I have to do that. But now that you have put food as the
in his brain,
main focus, that you're not going to eat food for it, he's going to start thinking more about, hey, how am I going to cope? Hey, how am I going to be able to sleep without food for 3 days? And all that. Now, the more he thinks about it, the more energy he gets, because energy flows where attention goes. Yeah.
Wow.
So, let me break it down for you in this sense.
Okay.
When you find something deeper, the less significant will fall off. The less significant will fall off if you find something deeper.
Can you give a practical example?
I will give more than one practical example. That's very simple. Very, very simple. So, when I was going to break away from football matches, I was addicted to watching football. And I felt like for the career path I was chasing, I didn't need to spend that much time watching football. Okay. So I just found something more significant. So I started, and things like neuroscience was that one more thing more significant. So guess what I'll do? I will watch a TED Talk on neuroscience for just about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And I still had my football passion or football addiction. But guess what? When you introduce something, because nature abhors vacuum, the other thing becomes less powerful. So, for example, you introduce a new habit like, okay, I'm going to start focusing on neuroscience, watching a little bit of neuroscience. And neuroscience occupies 10% of your time, which means the others have 90%. When you increase your neuroscience to 20%, the others have 80%. So guess what? The others are still more dominant, but they are less dominant compared to what they were before. Then as your neuroscience increases to 30%, guess what? This one is falling down to 70%. As this one is going to 40%, this one is coming down to 60%. As this one is going to 50%, this one is coming down to 50% again. So they are now at par. And as you continue, this one goes to 60%, the other falls down to 40%. And listen, so you see that in life is always a tussle between one thing or the other. So if you can introduce something, slightly, all the other things will lose their intensity. The same thing with food. Second example, with food. I used to be very addicted to carbonated soft drinks. What did I do? I just started eating an apple a day. I'll eat one apple before binging on whether it was malt, it was malt drinks, whether Maltina or whatever brand it was. Then I went from 1 apple to 2 apples, because your stomach can only take so much. So when you start by eating healthy food, you have less space for unhealthy food. So guess what? I went to 3 apples a day, then 4 apples a day. But as my apple intake was increasing, my carbonated soft drink habit was going down, until I eventually broke free from my addiction to carbonated soft drinks.
Wow.